Today I'm going to be explaining and ranking all 9 game passes in TPS Ultimate Soccer, from worst to best. Each game pass will be ranked based on how useful it is and its value for money. If you're thinking of dropping some robux on the game, this list should be helpful in deciding what to buy in what order. So at 9th and last place we have the XP plus 10 game pass. The problem with this one is that it only gives you 10 experience every hour. For reference, a single pass to a teammate in standard mode will give you double that. For this reason, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 for usefulness. Any price for such a minimal benefit will be horrible, but since this game pass only costs 29 robux, I'll give it a 1.5 in terms of value for money. Overall, this game pass will receive a rating of 2.5 out of 10. Next up at 8th place, we have the Custom Team Game Pass. This one allows you to choose the team name and select your own kit from the Roblox catalog. For usefulness, this game pass receives a 2 out of 5 as it is purely cosmetic, but could motivate you to play the game a little more if giving your team silly names brings you enjoyment. In terms of value for money, this game pass would receive a 2 out of 5 because of its relatively high price at 299 robux. But I'm going to lower it even more to a 1.5 as it heavily relies on you also owning the Captain Game Pass in order to use your custom team in many matches. Overall, I'm going to give this game pass a 3.5 out of 10. At 7th place we have another cosmetic one, Goal Song. This game pass allows you to select an audio clip from the Roblox library and have it play whenever you score a goal. I'm giving this one a 2 out of 5 for usefulness for the same reason as the last pass. It doesn't change the gameplay, but it can motivate you and make you feel like a badass after you score. Coming to value for money, this game pass gets a 2 out of 5 as it costs 199 robux. The price point isn't that high compared to Custom Team. I'd say this one is reasonably priced. The only problem is you may not score many goals based on your position. For example, a goalkeeper or defender would have absolutely no use for this game pass. Overall, this pass receives a 4 out of 10. At 6th place we have a controversial one, Unlimited Stamina. This is the only pass I don't own, and I'll explain why in a moment. Essentially, your stamina doesn't go down, meaning you won't ever have to deal with that annoying screen filter and heartbeat sound. It does have its uses, for example when you're carrying a team and need to be able to dribble your way to the other side of the field. It prevents you from being slowed down or injured due to a lack of stamina. However, I do think that just learning to manage your stamina effectively mostly eliminates the need for this game pass. I'll make a video on this in the future. For this reason, we'll give it a 3.5 in usefulness. That being said, it costs an arm and a leg. At 4,499 robux, you're paying way too much for a half useful game pass in a LEGO game. I will acknowledge that the owner of the game says to see it as a donation, but we're not here to rank game passes based on giving money to your favourite e-girl Tayfun. I'm not here to shame you for spending money on a game you enjoy. Heck, if you've got spare robux laying around, you may as well sink it into this game if you spend that much time on it. 1 out of 5 for the price. If the price was reasonable, so like around 1000 robux, I'd give this game pass a 7 out of 10. At the current price point, this game receives a 4.5 out of 10 overall. Halfway mark, at 5th place we have XP plus 70. Identical to the XP plus 10 game pass, this one gives you 70 experience per hour instead of 10. This one is also mostly useless. It's the same amount of experience as passing to a teammate 3 or 4 times per hour in standard mode. But with this one you'll notice a slight increase in XP earned. The bottom line is that if you're trying to level up quick, this game pass is not going to change much. Drop a like if you want me to make a video on how to level up the fastest. We'll give this one a 2 out of 5 for usefulness. In terms of value for money, you're getting 7 times the experience compared to the other game pass for under double the price at 49 robux. It's a steal in that sense, but there's a much better use of 49 robux that we'll get into later. 4 out of 5 for value. Overall, this game pass receives a 6 out of 10. 4th place is the Durability Game Pass. I'll explain the game mechanic of durability first. You start with 10 in-game durability. Every time you get fouled, your durability decreases by 1. Once that counter hits 0, your walking speed decreases a ton and you're basically immobile for 60 seconds, making you near useless. The Durability Game Pass cuts this time in half, meaning you're only slowed down for 30 seconds. This game pass is going to come in handy if you're the type of player who gets fouled a lot for being good. This means it'll be more useful in standard mode than other modes since you're going to be fouled the most there. You'll also heavily benefit in league matches where time means everything. The reduced timer means you may surprise opposing players who are assuming that you still have 30 seconds until you can move again. 3.5 for usefulness. The Game Pass costs 149 Robux, which is a decent price and very much worth it as you start to gain more skill and play in leagues more often. Overall, this Game Pass is a 6.5 out of 10. Now, coming in at third place, we've got the Captain Game Pass, which is often underrated in my opinion. It significantly increases your chances of being the team captain. From what I can tell, you have a 100% chance of becoming the captain of your team for each match, assuming no one else on the team has the Game Pass too. If someone else does, the chance is divided between you. There are a couple of uses for this Game Pass, the first being that you can use your custom team in a lot more matches. This is what gives the custom team Game Pass most of its value. Another use would be that you get to select the match settings at the start of almost every match. This means you can avoid wasting time by choosing the short match length, meaning you'll get more experience from completing matches and getting man of the match. You can also avoid wasting time on penalties by choosing golden goal unless, God forbid, penalties are what you want, for which you can choose that setting. 3.5 for usefulness. The price point is very reasonable, only costing 149 Robux, which is very good for what you get out of it. 3.5 in terms of value for money. People may disagree that I place this one over durability, but I truly believe the number of different uses and time saved for such a low price justifies its high ranking. The Captain Game Pass receives a 7 out of 10 overall. Second place goes to Unstoppable. There won't be many people arguing with this one. This Game Pass makes it so anyone who tries to pull you using tackle Q will trip over and slow down while taking a hit to their durability without affecting you at all. Those of you who have been pulled before will understand the value of this Game Pass. It's very annoying, especially when you're trying to dribble or shoot, as it will mess up your timing a lot, causing you to lose control of the ball. This one gets a 4.5 in terms of usefulness. In terms of value for money, it's 199 Robux. Many high-level players regard this Game Pass as a must-have, meaning the price makes it well worth it. This is a much better use of your money than custom team would ever be. This scores a 3.5 in value for money. Overall, this Game Pass gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Coming in at first place, the best Game Pass in the game, based on usefulness and value for money, is Teleporter. For those of you who don't know, the Game Pass automatically teleports you directly to the middle of your half of the pitch when you press the start button. If you're a goalkeeper, it teleports you to the center of your net. In terms of uses, this Game Pass is a monster. The most obvious point is that you'll save a lot of time when you join a new server or switch teams. Without the Game Pass, it takes around 30 seconds to walk from the spawn to the center of the pitch. With Teleporter enabled, that time is essentially cut down to 0. Another use is if you're up in the attack and the opponents get the ball, assuming you can switch teams fast enough, you can teleport back to your half or to your net if necessary. This is good for goalkeepers who want to join in on corners, as if the opposing keeper catches the ball and clears to their teammates, you can return to your net before they score. The only thing preventing it from being a 5 out of 5 in usefulness is a minor problem with the teleporting feature, where it teleports you to the same position twice a second apart. This has been such a nuisance for so many players who need to switch back to keeper when someone's through, as they get teleported back to the middle of the net before they can save the shot. You can't argue that this is an intentional part of the game design to prevent people from abusing the teleportation, as it can technically be seen as cheating, but I do believe the game developers could have designed it in a much less annoying way. Nonetheless, this Game Pass receives a 4.5 for usefulness, which is still an outstanding rating. The price is another massive selling point. It only costs 49 Robux to save 30 seconds of your time per server, or often much more based on how often you switch teams or between outfield and goalkeeper. This earns it a 4.5 in value for money. Overall, this Game Pass gets a 9 out of 10 from me. You should absolutely get it before anything else. I hope this video has helped those who weren't sure which Game Passes to buy in what order. That'll be all from me, thank you for watching.